Well, welcome to the Top Gun Show. Today we have Mike Frane, the VP of Product Management for Network, Security, and Digital Experience for Windstream, the sponsor of this month's Top Gun Show. Throughout his career, Mike has been extremely effective in uncovering customer needs and delivering the products, applications, and solutions to meet those needs. Mike has spent the last 13 years in his current position at Windstream. Mike, welcome to the Top Gun Show.
Thank you so much, Steve. It's great to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you on, man. This is going to be a good episode. I love what you're going to be talking about here. Last week, we had Michael Flannery, the CMO of Windstream, on the show, and he discussed the unique value proposition offered by Windstream, along with the amazing guarantees you offer that the technology that you offer won't go out of date. Your background is built on delivering products and solutions that meets customer needs rather than selling a stagnant technology. Let's talk about DIY, the do-it-yourselfers. Why should someone choose a managed service provider like Windstream for SD-WAN rather than try to do it themselves?
So that's a great question. And early on, we identified the do-it-yourselfers as the #1 competitor that we were going to face, right? The promise of SD-WAN was that it was so easy, anyone could do it. And if you just look at SD-WAN in a microcosm, in a greenfield deployment, it's pretty easy. I believe that we all know no deployments are that easy. So what we found is that about 3/4 of the enterprises today are preferring a co-managed or fully managed deployment for SD-WAN. There's a number of reasons, right? Unless IT is really a core competency, it's going to require a lot of resources to run the network. And what we found is customers don't want to make that investment, right? The same way that they don't want to have a team of people who are responsible for mowing the lawn and trimming the hedges at their headquarters, they want to have someone who's really focused on running the network and ensuring that it's delivering the application availability and experience. And they'll focus on the value-added services, right? The strategic pieces for their organization, which increasingly is becoming that digital transformation that they're making, moving services to the cloud.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, you're absolutely right. I love that answer. It's a great question because that is our competition, right? The DIY, right?
That's the #1 competitor that we face. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, what makes your offering better or different from your perspective from the other service providers?
So I can say that we really focus on 5 things and have focused on them for quite a while. The first is on our concierge service, which is our white glove technical support and proactive guidance. This is a team of Windstream employees who are solely focused on the SD-WAN network and delivering a really great experience. They're the team that takes all the information, all the telemetry that we're able to generate and finds the bright spots and the dark spots in customers' network and proactively reaches out to either heighten the bright spots or fix the dark spots. The second piece is our digital experience. We knew early on, right, given that our #1 competitor was going to be the do-it-yourselfer, our digital experience was going to be one of our most important differentiators. And we've designed our SD-WAN and security solutions with co-management from the very beginning. So a Windstream customer has the ability to go in and make changes to their network, and they can do that with the support of our TSMs or repair teams, or they can go in and do it themselves. The third is how we integrated all of our security services into the SD-WAN ecosystem, right? So we can deploy SD-WAN and we can bring in cloud-based security, we can bring in premises-based security, and we can bring in a VNF or virtual network function on the SD-WAN device itself at the premises to give a smaller footprint. And as you know, as we all know, right, that the SASE craze is sweeping the industry right now. And so we built our security services directly into the SD-WAN ecosystem from the very beginning. The fourth area that we really focus on is our flexible connectivity, whether it's Windstream access or whether it's cellular or broadband or resold Ethernet. We can be that single point of contact for our customers to broker all those agreements and really bring that customer that single hand to shake or that single back to pat when it comes to the network, inclusive of all the underlay circuits as well. And then the fifth piece that we focused on was our cloud core architecture. We understood that a lot of customers were going to hang on to their MPLS for quite a while. So moving to a fully cloud-based solution wasn't the right solution for us, and moving to a a premises-based or more of a traditional enterprise MPLS-based design wasn't the right solution either. So we built our SD-WAN right into our cloud core. And that means that we've integrated all of our cloud-based technologies, our security, our DDoS mitigation, our UCaaS services, our award-winning Office Suite and Office Suite HD meeting. And by doing that, we're able to provide the maximum amount of control over the applications, which delivers the best end user experience. And then recently, we also introduced what we call our Insights Engine. And our Insight Engine is probably our biggest differentiator. As I mentioned earlier, we want to provide people with the bright spots and the dark spots of what's happening in their network and their solution. One of the great things about SD-WAN is the amount of information that it provides. One of the downsides of SD-WAN is the amount of information that it provides. So our SD-WAN engine churns through all this information. It takes additional information from our core network, from our routers, from our security, and from our UCaaS and Office Suite platforms. And it brings it right in front of the TSMs and in front of the customers to say, across your entire network, these are the 5 things that you should be doing right now to add the most value, whether from a care and repair perspective or from a cost optimization perspective. But it's that Insight Engine that really puts it front and center for those customers.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. You brought up SASE. I mean, a lot of people are talking about SASE right now. And really, it's simple. It's defined as the convergence of network and security. It's the next big thing, according to Gartner. What are your plans for the continuation of SASE?
So that's a great question. And I would say that the next big thing is the same thing we've been talking about with our customers for the last 7 years. So there's not a discussion that we have about SD-WAN that doesn't include security. And there's frankly not a discussion about security that we have with our customers that doesn't include SD-WAN. One of the things that I really love about SASE and what Gartner has done there is it has built us a framework in order to talk to the customers about their needs as they span the network and the remote access and the security piece. We're definitely working right now with our vendors to pull together a more homogeneous solution, looking at single vendor solutions or single stacks. But today, we have a very solid platform for SASE with our SD-WAN, with our cloud-based security, and with our remote access portfolio as well.
Yeah, great answer. Well, Mike, you're a big fan of the Top Gun Show, and that I know there are millions and millions of people watching you right now. Why don't you tell the viewers a fun or interesting little-known fact about yourself?
Okay. So I used to work in the office all the time. I was a big proponent of going to the office because it was very close. Plus, I have 3 small children. So this room that I'm in right now was the train room. So little known fact, if I pulled these banners down behind me and I moved my chair, you would see a great big Lionel train layout with 20 or 30 cars, 5 or 6 different engines on it. So I have to hide it and I have to keep the kids out of here during the day. But as soon as the door opens at about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you see a small train of children running in here to take these banners down and get to their trains.
Well, that sounds like a great future episode to have you back. I appreciate it. Mike, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, next week we're going to have Austin Harrington, the VP of Product Management, on the show. Don't miss it. Thanks for watching, everybody.